Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue with our second chapter, Parallel Lines and Transversal. Now, I am going to teach you with the concept properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and transversal. Now, our first property is property of corresponding angle. Now, what is the property of corresponding angle? Each pair of corresponding angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. Now, we'll see this property by taking one example. Now, here there are two parallel lines, students. That is here PQ and RS. And the transversal is AB. So corresponding pair of corresponding angle is angle AMP and angle MNR. Another AMQ angle MNS. In such way, four pairs of corresponding angles are formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. So what it states that each pair of corresponding angles formed by two parallel lines and the transversal is congruent angles, means angle AMP is congruent to angle MNR. That is, whatever the measurement of angle AMP is, that is the measurement of angle MNR. If angle AMP is 40 degree, then angle MNR is also 40 degree. Means corresponding angles are congruent. Can you see this symbol with the two lines and a curved over up? This is a congruent symbol. So like that, all the corresponding angles are congruent to each other. Now we will move to our next property, property of alternate angles. Now what is the property? Each pair of alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. Similarly, that is line PQ is parallel to line RS and transversal is line AB. Now our alternate angle formed, we can have two pairs of interior alternate angle and two pairs of exterior alternate angle, which we studied in our previous session. So in interior alternate angle, angle PMN is congruent to angle MNS, means whatever measurement of angle PMN is, that is the measurement of angle MNS, because both these angles are alternate angle, means interior alternate angle, this and this. So it will have same measurement. Now similarly, exterior alternate angles means outside this. So angle AMP is congruent to angle SNB and angle AMQ is congruent to angle RNB. This is our property of alternate angles. Now property of interior angles. As you know, interior angles is on the same side, it is formed on the same side of transversal. So each pair of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of supplementary angles. You know student, what is supplementary angles? Means angles, two angles which their measurement totals becomes to 180 degree. So it is said that each pair of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of supplementary angle. In the same figure, that is angle PMN and angle MNR. These two angles are supplementary. I'll highlight you, I'll show you interior angle with different color. See, this is one pair of interior angle. So this pair, if you add both this, it will form supplementary angle, that is 180 degree. This is the property of interior angles. Now based on these properties, we are going to start with our next exercise. Now student, what is given in the first question? Choose the correct alternative. Now in the adjoining figure, if line M is parallel to line N and line P is a transversal, then find X. So can you see this figure? Line M is parallel to line N and line P is transversal. So here in this figure 3x is here and this x degree is here. So both this, can you see what this both forms? They are both interior angle. Now you have to choose, you have to find the value of this x, what this x is. So options are given 135, 90, 45 and 40. Now first we will solve students. Now you'll write down line M parallel to line N and line P is transversal. So if you add 3x plus x equal to 180 degree, because both these angles form interior angles. So now in left hand side 3x plus x will be added, it will become 4x equal to 180 on the right hand side. Now you'll bring this 4 to the right hand side, it will divide. So x equal to 180 upon 4. So you will do cancellation, that is 4 ones are, then 4 fours are 16, 2 remaining, so 20, so 4 fives are 20. So what you get, x is equal to 45 degree. So you'll tick the C option is your right answer. Now we'll move to our next question. What is given? In the adjoining figure, if line A is parallel to line B and line L is a transversal, then find X. Now here can you see the figure? Line A is parallel to line B and line L is transversal. And here this angle is 4x and here in this figure this angle is given as 2x. You have to find the value of X. Now option given is 90 degree, B option is 60 degree, C option 45 and D option is 30 degrees. So what is the value of X? Let's find out. Now, before that, you will label, you have to put certain points in the figure. So can you see line A, and that you'll point your point and name it as P. And where it meet, you'll write down U. And second line B, where the point, distinct point where it meets, you'll write down V. And in line L, which is transversal, you'll put a point on the line and write W. And on B also, you will write point, you will put a point and write S. So you have to name few points in the figure. Now we'll move to solution. As it is given, line A is parallel to line B and line L is transversal. So students, measure of angle UVS, that is here, angle UV, that is angle UVS means this angle. Wait, I'll show you. This angle, angle UVS, this angle is equal to measure of angle PUV, that is PUV, this angle. You know, this is why they are equal, alternate angle. They are equal because it is an alternate angle. So now you know alternate, we learned the property alternate angles are congruent. So angle UVS is equal to 4x because it is given in the figure, that is angle PUV is 4x. So therefore measurement of angle UVX is equal to 4x. Now you will find that student UVX plus this angle UVS plus WVS, this angle and this angle forms linear pair. This is linear pair it forms. So equal to 180 degree. So we'll substitute what is given. So angle UVS is 4x plus WVS is 2x equal to 180 degree. Now left hand side 4x plus 2x is 6x equal to 180 degree. So you'll divide 6 from on both sides or bring 6 to the right hand side. So it will divide. So when you divide, so what you get the answer? 6 ones are 6 and 6 threes are 18 and 1 0 is there. So it will become, we have to keep as it is. So it will become 30 degree. So you'll get x equal to 30 degree. So your D option is the right answer over here. Now students, we'll move to our question number second. This was previous where question number 1 to multiple choice question. It was based on that. Now what is given in question number second, students? In the adjoining figure, line P is parallel to line Q. Line T and line S are transversal. You can see in figure, line P and line Q are parallel lines. Line T and line S, both two transversal are given. Now you have to find measure of angle X and angle Y using the measure of angles given in the figure. So here is angle X, you have to find this, and angle Y which is here. So you have to find this. And you can see in the figure, here one angle with 40 degrees given and here with angle 70 degrees given. So we'll take use of this and we'll get the value of X and Y. Now, before that, here also, let's name some angles so that it becomes easy to solve. Now, here, above X, you'll put this angle as Z, and here, 70, above that, you'll mark one angle as W. Okay, student, in the figure. Then, solution. Now, consider angle Z as shown in figure. We have marked in the figure. Now, you'll mention line P is parallel to line Q, and let's take only one transversal first. That is, line T is a transversal. Now, if you see angle Z equal to 40 degree because it forms corresponding angle. So, the measurement of angle Z equal to 40 degree corresponding angle. So, you got angle Z as 40 degree. Now, student, angle X and angle Z, if you add, this is to forms linear pair. So, angle X plus angle Z equal to linear pair both. So, you'll add, it is equal to 180 degree angles in linear pair. So angle X measurement is not given. So you'll write as it is, plus angle Z is 40 degree. We have proved that it is 40 degree by corresponding angle. So measure of angle Z, you'll put 40 degree equal to 180 degree. Now measure of angle X, keep as it is on the left hand side, equal to 180 degree. You'll bring this 40 to right hand side, it will become minus 40 degree. So you'll subtract, you'll get measure of angle X is equal to 140 degree. So you got angle X measurement. Now students, we have to find measurement of angle Y. Now we have mentioned angle W in the figure. So consider angle W as shown in figure. Now measure of angle W plus 70 degree. See, I am highlighting, you can see where I am pointing. So measure of angle W plus measure of angle, this is 70, equal to 180 degree because they form linear pair. So measure of angle W equal to 180 minus 70 degree. So you'll minus, then you'll get measure of angle W is equal to 110 degree. Now you got your measure of angle W is equal to 110 degree. Now students, you know angle Y and angle W, they form relations. That is, they form alternate angles. So you'll write down line P is parallel to line Q and line S is transversal. You have to mention which parallel lines you have taken and which is the transversal. Now our S is the transversal over here. So line P parallel to line Q and line S is a transversal. Now measure of angle Y equal to measurement of angle W because the reason is alternate angle. So previous we have found measure of angle W, that is 110 degree. So therefore measure of angle Y is equal to 110 degree from 2. We have given here relation number 2. So we got in first part we found out the measurement of angle X, that is 140, and second we got measurement of angle y is equal to 110 degree. So final statement, both the angles measurement you have to write. Now students will move to our next question. Now question number 3. What is given? In the adjoining figure, line P parallel to line Q, line L is parallel to line M. Find the measure of angle A, B and C using the measure of the given angles and justify your answer. Now students, there are two parallel lines here, line L parallel to line M and line P parallel to line Q. You can see the figure and some measurements are given also. This is here, it is given 80 degree and here you have to find angle A, angle B and angle C. Now let's move to solution part. Now first you'll write down, let's take which parallel line. We have taken line P parallel to line Q. So line P parallel to line Q and line L is the transversal. We'll take one transversal first. So line L is a transversal. Now measure of angle A. This is here given A. So this A plus 80, it forms interior angles. So measure of angle A plus 80 degree is equal to 180 interior angles. So measurement of angle A equal to 180 degree minus 80 degree. So when you'll do minus, you'll get measurement of angle A equal to 100 degree. Is it clear? So here they have mentioned, they have shown, you make it here, the angle symbol, make in figure here. Where A is written, make it here. Now, next we have to find B and C also. Now students, we have to take line L and line M parallel and P is the transversal. Now I've taken this line L and line M parallel and P is the transversal. So when you see this 80 and this C, it is exterior alternate angle. They form exterior alternate angle. When this parallel, this transversal, this is exterior alternate angle. So obvious, so angle C is equal to 80 degree. You have to mention the reason also, exterior alternate angles. So the measurement of angle C is 80 degree. Now let's find out angle B measurement. Now line P is parallel to line Q and line M is the transversal. I've taken this two parallel and this as transversal because you can see now there is a relation between angle C and angle B over here. They form corresponding angles. So I'll take this two parallel lines and line M as transversal. Then only it will satisfy the corresponding angle. So I've taken line P parallel to line Q and line M is a transversal. So angle B equal to measurement of angle C is equal because corresponding angles. So angle B is equal to 80 degree because from first this we found out in the previous, that is angle C is equal to 80 degree. So you'll substitute angle B is equal to 80 degree because they are corresponding angles. So finally, you'll write down the final statement, measurement of angle which you found out first, that is 100 degree. Then measurement of angle B, that 80 degree. And measurement of angle C is equal to 80 degree. Now, next question students. What is given in fourth question? In the adjoining figure, line A is parallel to line B and line L is a transversal. Can you see this figure? Line A is parallel to line B. This both lines are parallel. Line A parallel to line B and the transversal is line L. Now you have to find angle X, angle Y, angle Z. Now student, by seeing figure, can you see we can get angle Z because 105 and angle Z forms linear pair. So you know linear pair total measurement is 180 degree. So you can find out angle Z easily fast. So now let's go for solution. Now line A parallel to line B and line L is transversal. Now angle X and angle this which is shown in the figure, given measurement is 105. Now they also form corresponding angle. So measurement of angle x equal to 105 degree. Reason, corresponding angle. Okay, students. Now you can see angle x and angle y. They are vertically opposite angle. You have learnt in your previous standard that vertically opposite angles are also equal. So you got measurement of angle x in the previous part, that is 105. So measurement of angle y is equal to 105 degree, because vertically opposite angles are also congruent. Now, left angle Z. So previous I explained you, that is measurement of angle Z plus 105 degree, which is given in the figure, equal to 180 degree, because angles in a linear pair. So measurement of angle Z equal to 180 degree minus 105 degree. That is measurement of angle Z equal to 75 degree. So students, we got angle X value, angle Y and angle Z. So angle X is 105 degree, angle Y is equal to 105 degree and angle Z equal to 75 degree. Now we'll move to our last question, question number 5th. Now here in the adjoining figure, line P is parallel to line L and line L parallel to Q. Means three parallel lines are given. Can you see in the figure? Line P parallel to line L, L parallel to Q. Means all these three lines are parallel to each other. Now find angle X. Can you see in the figure this angle X with the help of measures given in the figure? So here it is given 40 and here it is given 30. But this angle X is both, it comes above this L line and below also this L line. So we have to find. So before that you have to name the figure with few, you have to give some few points over here and name it. So here we'll name it one point on line P and name it as H. And where it meets that 40 angle is given, that distinct point you'll write it here. Where it meets, write it as I. Then the angle X where it is formed, that intersecting point where the angle is formed, that is you'll write down J. Then in that same line L you'll write down one more point here N, and where the angle is formed, that is 30 degree, that point vertex you'll write M, and here you'll write down one point, that is K, so that we can name the angles easily and find out the answer. Now solution, you see. First, line P parallel to line L and line IJ is a transversal. So this two line you have taken parallel, that is line P and line L, and line transversal. So you have to name the transversal over here. So we have named it here I and here J. So this is your transversal. Now students, angle I, J and N, this angle is equal to JIH. This one. Reason, alternate angle. So measurement of I, J, N is 40 degree. This much part only. That is only this much is 40 degree. Now we'll take this line parallel. That is line L parallel to line Q, and this transversal, that is MJ is a transversal. Now student, if you see measurement of angle MJN, this one, MJN this is equal to JMK, this one. Reason, alternate angle. See, they form alternate angle opposite side of the transversal. So it is an alternate angle. Now here it is given JMK angle measurement is given 30. So angle NJM will be also 30 degree. Are you getting? Or you can write MJN. Anyway, NJM or MJN, that is 30 degree. Now here you got first this part you got 40 and this angle you got 30. So but angle X is combination of both this angle. So we'll add. Now measurement of angle X equal to measurement of angle IJN plus measurement of angle MJN. Both this angle you have to add. So angle addition property. So above this was 40 degree and this is 30 degree. So 40 plus 30 degree, that is from 1 and 2, where we have got now previous we have found out, we have given the relation. So from 1 and 2. So measurement of angle X equal to 70 degree. Is it clear, students? Now you have to complete this exercise from the video in your. So thank you, students. Stay home, stay safe.